Camera rolling. Start. So hi guys, welcome to my channel, Between Homes. Today on set I have
Wambo.
and
Peets.
so today we are going to be talking about when you lose your job abruptly and how to go about it. Because the two of us in the beginning of this year we lost our jobs, yeah. But here we are in new jobs. So we are gonna be talking about how we navigated that season. So let's get into it. I have a set of questions that I have for you guys, and I had to write it down so that I don't miss anything. So we're gonna start with the day. The day the news was broken to you that you've lost your job. What was your first thought? And was it expected? Was it something you expected? And what scared you the most?
Mine is a different case. Finished my contract, but the problem was I didn't have like a backup plan. So it was expected. Yes. My biggest fear was how will I survive?
For me, mine is I got fired basically, and like I remember correctly, it was on March this year. And at that time, for those who don't know or those who know, in Dubai there was the cases of health and everything. So at that time, a lot of people were losing their jobs, and it had already started happening. But for me, I thought I was safe, but I was caught in the crossfires. So when I got the news, I can't say that I wasn't expecting it, because like a couple of weeks we had been talking about like getting new jobs, feeling like you're too comfortable in a place. So when I got the news, for me, okay, you'll feel sad, you'll feel confused, because at the end of the day, it's not something you had planned for. And for me, I can't say like I had planned myself well enough financially. So when I got the news, I was a little bit sad. But then at the end of the day, I was like, maybe the universe is listening to me, because I said I wanted a new place. But yeah, happy and sad at the same time. That's what I can say.
For me, my first thought was, am I dreaming? Is this real? Like, I've really lost my job. Like, that was my initial thoughts. Was it expected or unexpected for me? It was, I'd say, unexpected, because I used to tell my previous colleagues, I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna switch, I'm gonna switch, but I wasn't expecting it to be that soon, because it got me unawares, unplanned. And what scared me the most is, how was I going to survive? Was I going to get another job? How long was I going to be unemployed? That is what scared me the most. What am I going to do? How about the visa? Am I getting any more salary? Because I had not planned for that. On to the next question. How did you survive that period? You've lost the job. How did you survive that period?
I created a daily routine whereby I would wake up very early in the morning, 5, apply for jobs, and then
Clock it.
if you know, you know,
Why 5 a.m. specifically?
because that's the time the HR like are in the
The HR is
offices.
waking up before
Yeah.
that. Yeah, good thinking.
That is funny.
I reviewed my finances. I stopped like spending how I used to spend when I was working, and then connecting or rather networking. I would even DM people on LinkedIn. Hey, are you guys hiring? Blah, blah, blah. Because I used to have like I used to be anxious. Like, yeah, that's how I survived.
So for me, I'll begin from when I got the news, because when I got the news, of course, I talked with my colleagues, and for me, like my job hunting started from that point. Of course, you talk with your colleagues and you tell them, okay, now this has happened within a certain period. I'm no longer going to be working with you guys. So, in case you hear of any opportunity, pass along my CV. So, for me, it started from there. Just reaching out to the friends you have, the colleagues you have, the people you know. And from then on, I think that period is when I gone to many coffee events while I'm here in Dubai. Because for me, so it as an opportunity to grow myself in this industry. Because while you are working, you don't get the opportunities to go to events or network or something like that. So for me, I saw it as a positive thing. So I started networking with people. So at least in case someone hears of anything, they can be able to recommend me. Also, prayers. I think sometimes people say when you're in a difficult situation, most of the people turn into prayer. And since for me, I'm a Christian, uh, I turn to God because at the end of the day, He has the solution for everything. So yeah, prayers, networking, talking to people, and also for me, I can't say I went out there dropping CV that much. For me, it was more online and networking
Nepo
and
baby. Nepo baby.
Relax, relax bana, relax, relax. Okay, marafiki zangu amjambo.
talking to my friends and the people I know so that they can be able to help me out. But yeah, for me, that's how I navigated that whole situation.
To hear
Can I say
Portuguese.
something?
Yeah. Yes.
Excuse me, can I say something? Can I say something? Something.
Yes, please, Wambo.
You're not telling them that's how we got to meet each
Oh,
other.
yeah. The first time we met, it was in the streets of Beira.
Yes.
And then the second time we met was at the metro. I was
View.
coming from an interview
Yeah.
and me, I was going to look for a job. We even
Yeah.
recorded that video. I'm going to insert the video
Sure.
here. Let me just share my journey, how it was. I remember that day. I'll even insert the video here.
Does the world end? No. It's just a plot twist. I'm not gonna stress the entire night. I'm just gonna go and be surrounded by friends. But just know, I don't know what I'm feeling right now. I don't know. But I believe in him. And that's all I have for now. I believe in him.
I went home and I was like, God, I don't know how we are going from here, but I know you always have a reason for everything and you always have a plan for me. I might not understand it now, but I know I will understand it sooner or later. I even recorded a video. I'll put it down. I just had this firm faith in God because I remember anytime my friends used to be and my previous colleagues like, Daisy, oh my God, you should apply for a job tomorrow. First thing I knew I needed a break. So I knew for 1 whole month I'm not applying for any job. Mind you, I lost my job in December, which was my birthday month. So for that month I said I'm not applying any job and I wasn't. My friends were trying to connect me with sijui who and who, but I wasn't showing up to any interviews. And there was some interviews during that time, but I never showed up to any of them because I was like, first of all, I need time. I need to heal from this because losing your job is like, it's traumatizing. And especially losing your job abroad, bro, it's crazy. So I needed some time to, it's like healing from the previous job because when you lose your job, you're losing the relationship you had with your colleagues. Okay, some will survive, but at the end of the day, some of them do not make it. out of that situation. So I wanted time to heal and recover from that time too, because I had no vacation, and you know how working in UAE can be. I needed time to rest, time to sleep, and wake up at 3 p.m. without the thought of, oh, I'm getting late for work, oh, I need to work. So that was the first thing. I started showing up to events. I started reading more. I can say I was very comfortable in my previous company, but when I lost my job, you need to prove yourself to another company that you're worth hiring and you're worth giving a decent salary. So I read a lot during that time, just to increase my knowledge and everything. I had to budget. I used to be like, come for a solo date with me to CJ, where come for me. Now there's no solo dates anymore. It's my birthday month, mind you. I had so many plans for my birthday, but then I had to tone down the plans I had for my birthday.
They want to stop me from going out as usual, but I want to assure you, just wait, you will see me in town. I don't know why they cannot give up on me.
Because now I need to save more. So I had to do a simpler birthday than what I had in plan. I had to budget for every dirham. I used to be a takeout girly so much, but now I have to cook at that season. I have no option because I'm not expecting any salary from anywhere. The visa part was really not stressing me out because my previous boss was kind enough to let me be under her visa until I got a new job. So for that part, I am always grateful to God because I'm always like, at least for that part, even if I'm stressing, what is keeping us here is the visa. So for that part, I'm always grateful, up to date. Oh, and now applying for jobs. And while I was applying for jobs, actually, you Kenyans sometimes, by the way, you're not good people. Because imagine, I'm sharing my journey on TikTok. So that time I'm applying for jobs. I did it authentically on TikTok. And then I'm showing people how, dropping papers, sometimes you don't even have bus fare. Like there's this one time, I was like 20 dirham between me and poverty. But I've been called somewhere for an interview. So I went all the way to Sport City. And then I posted the video. And then somebody in the comment section was like, oh, TJ, you never responded to my DMs. Kitambo. And mind you, you know how TikTok DMs sometimes can be. So even if you're looking for a job, our company is hiring TJ, we are paying how much, but I'm not going to recommend you for the job. I'm like,
What are you after, as per now? What exactly has been taking place before Heroes Day? Who have you so far helped?
So on to the next questions. Lessons you learned in that season. First before the lessons. We are all working now. So the call, the interview, no, I won't even talk about the interview, because we obviously know to get another job you need an interview, but the call after the interview and then the call you got, like, hi, you got the job, we'd like to hire you, da da da. How did that feel for you guys? And now we move to the lessons. Like when you finally got a job again, how did that feel for you?
So for me, that it was like on February. I got the job on February 22, 3 days to my birthday. It was like a blessing to me. I got the job through Daisy.
What did you do?
Yeah, so I was very happy, and by the way, I didn't expect it. I was at a point I had lost hope. I was like, I'm going to renew my visa. I'll do visa change and everything, but God, like, God really showed up for me, and that's one thing I'm grateful, and I'll always be grateful for.
So for me, when I got the call, let me just start with the whole process, because for me, that's what I was earlier had said. I was talking to my colleagues and everything. But let me also share one lesson. Wherever you're working, or the people you're working with, always try your best to always be in good terms with them. And even when you leave, make sure like you leave like in a positive way. Because for me, my previous manager, where I got fired, is the one who ended up recommending me to where I'm working at now. So if we weren't in good talking terms, or I was someone bad at my job, he wouldn't have recommended me to where I'm working.
True.
But when I got the call, uh, can I say I was expecting it?
Beautiful babies.
I'm
Happy birthday, Beyonce. Beyonce. Happy birthday, Beyonce.
I'm saying that because all the interviews, because we did like 3 interviews. By the time I was reaching the third interview, when I got out of the interview room, I remember I got out laughing because in my head I was like, I've already gotten this job. So I was already expecting for that call. It's just that I didn't know when it's going to come. But all in all, I was very happy because at the end of the day, I mean, you are looking for work. When you get that call, even if you're expecting it, when it's something positive, it's now like a final confirmation
Yeah.
of what you were expecting. And the place I'm working is something I was unexpected, but at the end of the day, something I was looking forward to. For me, it was a very joyful moment. I was very happy. I'm telling you, I was very happy because all the packages and everything, they were way better than what I was getting before. And at that period, like getting a work with everything that was going on, for me, it was like a miracle happening. But yeah, I was very grateful for it.
You guys, if you see the place this guy is working, Ebu kidogo, go to Instagram there and search Cafe Liondo. Cafe Liondo, right?
Una states,
On a stage.
or they can search any London.
Then you can search Leo. Hey, it's giving, it's giving like. And then these guys don't even have uniform. Let me tell you, they don't even have uniform. They're wearing drip to work. So first of all, when the year was beginning, I had written in my journal telling God, I need to work for a company where I'm learning more, where I will get more knowledge and become better, at what I do. So when I heard about this company, Altitude, I was hearing about it for the first time. So I was like, anyway, there's a way you can go for an interview, and you're like, I did my best there. So they called me later that day. Like I got home, like 2 hours later, I received the call, and then they were like, you got the job. And then I was like, the way you can feel this sense of relief, like, because it's been months of no job, no salary. It's been months of sacrificing your shame, sacrificing Temu, no nothing. You can't get anything for yourself. So it was like a breath of fresh air. The first people I called was my parents. I told them the good news. And then I got my job during Ramadan. There was also a lot happening around. So it was the least time that I expected to get a job. So it was all on God. And God positioned me in a company where I get everything I asked for, like more knowledge. You're allowed to be yourself. You're allowed to go out there and get more knowledge, because really, that is really what I wanted. So even though I was praying, mentioning the places I'd like to be in, God knew exactly where I needed to be in this season. On to the lessons. Yeah. What lessons did you learn? And maybe you can just finish by telling somebody out there who's lost their job, it's gonna be okay. Like in your own words.
There's something I didn't mention. So, at the time I lost my job, period. My parents were really supportive. My mom and my dad. My dad used to call me and ask me, "How are you? How are you coping up?" My mom used to tell me, I'm really praying for you," and that was a motivation. Also, my close friends, like they were really there for me. Even my former colleagues, they used to call me and ask me, "Umepata kazi? Like, have you gotten any updates or anything?" So the lessons. One thing I learned, cause now, like for me, I knew that in 2 months time, in a month time or 2 months time, I'll finish my contract. I did nothing. I didn't even apply for jobs. I was just procrastinating. You should just have a backup plan. That's all. Because if I had that backup plan, like I could have that job that I wanted or that position that I wanted. I won't go into details. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the only lesson I like, or something I learned from that period. It was 3 weeks, but oh, it was hell.
For me, the lessons that I learned from the whole encounter, I'll repeat the first one that I already said about be kind and be good to the colleagues you're working with, because you never know. Like here we say in Swahili, Dubai ni ndogo. Like Dubai is small. Like the people you interact with out here, somewhere, someplace else, you might need their help or you might encounter them, and they might be like the determining factor between you and what you want to get. So be kind to the people you interact with and your colleagues, because at the end of the day, these are the people you spend most of your time with, because most of the time, like, you are at work. Another lesson: financially be responsible. Uh, Partly on my side,
On all our sides, what do you mean, bro?
I can say, I think, like, when you work here, you tend to be a little bit comfortable with your finances, because, like, at the end of the day, you tell yourself, end month is coming, I'm going to get like another check. But when something like this hits you, and like, after this
Yeah.
month, nothing else is coming,
Yeah.
and then at the back of your mind, you're like, hey,
Ni
you've just
mbaya.
been spending money and spending like without a care.
Yeah.
Now that's when it hits you. Damn, like, I don't have enough money to survive.
As we don't have the capacity.
How long the process will take? But luckily for me, um, I had some help from my brother Mark. He helped me a lot during that period. So shukran to him. And yeah, first of all, financially responsible. Now that we are working, I think everyone now, like, everyone now is, it's more, they're more understanding of their finances and how they spend it, because we all know how it feels. You're out of work, and you need to pay rent, the expenses coming, and there's no source of income that is coming your way. Another lesson I can say I learned is always put God first. Always remember to pray, and don't forsake God or don't forget God during your winnings or during your positive times. You only come to Him when you are in time of need. But when whatever you want, you've already gotten, you forsake Him. So yeah, always put God first. For me, I think those are the lessons, the most important lessons I can say I learned. And for the people out there, uh, out here, I can say it's never that easy, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. I know that feeling where you don't know like what you're going to do the next day or in 1 month's time, what you're going to do. But for the three of us, we were all in the same situation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we were able
There's
to.
light.
There was light at the end of the tunnel. She
Yeah.
got a job. She got a job. I got a job.
Don't you worry, my dear, don't you worry. Don't you pop, my dear, don't you pop. The happiness would have been meeting finished the our occupation full of school.
But I know this that scary feeling when you're like, now tomorrow, what will I do?
Yeah.
Or you send a CV, you get an email, you open it, you find out you're being rejected. They're like, oh, we decided to go on with other candidates. I can say that's part of the process and that's part of the journey. But all I can give you is this light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
For the lessons, the importance of emergency fund, very important. We jue ni mbaya. It's really bad. And then also my job is not my identity, because during that time, for us, especially because we work abroad and our stay here depends on our jobs. At that time, I really felt, in the beginning of that season, I really felt lost because I was like, who am I without my job? Because, we only have like very few days off. So who am I without my job? That time it clicked that I am more than my job, and I should also have a life outside of job. It's important to have a community because those are the people who held me down during that season. And also, God always has a better plan, even when it's looking like just the most you can do is just be like, okay, God, I don't know, but you got me, and that's enough. You got me, and that's enough. My advice to somebody out there is, and you're going through the same, is like he said, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and just don't lose yourself in that period. Okay, lose yourself, but find yourself. Okay, like fall down, but pick yourself up. And some days are harder than others. Some days you'll cry yourself to sleep, and some days you'll be like, Kaliwali, I'm going to Qatar, or I'm going to Oman, I'm going to do something else, or I'm switching, I'm going to go for a different route. I'm going to look for jobs that are available. It's okay to feel that, but pick yourself back up and be like, no, I'm going to keep applying because I know I'm going to get the job. And you've got this. It might feel like the end of the world, but you've got this at the end of the day. So thank you guys for watching up to the end. Thank you guys for being on set.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you
Any
so
day,
much.
anytime, and more will be coming.
Clock it.